Oh, hey there. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I truly believe you're meant to be here. So welcome. I love you. I'm proud of you and I'm here to motivate you. So hit that subscribe. I am doing a kind of recap of last week because I didn't vlog a lot on Sunday, but I'll add those after. But I figured since it was test week for TriDot, I would do a little recap of how I'm feeling about that. I am currently using TriDot as my training program. They have coaches within that TriDot app. It's an application. You can sign up for it. There's a free version of it, but I think you only get like a limited couple weeks if you do it free. And then there's a couple different levels from like $19 all the way up to $300 if you have a personal coach. I'm not using a personal coach. I'm using this mid-level one where you kind of just test and you do your training and it learns as you do that, and it knows how fast you're going and it can predict what your workout should be. And I'm talking a lot with my hands today. I don't usually do that. Anyways, so TriDot does that, and every month they do a fitness test on your three parts of triathlon. So your run, your swim, and your bike. Your bike is a 20-minute all out as hard as you can go bike. Your run is a 5K test, and your swim is a 200, 400 test. I did these all last week. So then TriDot will take those test results and turn them into your new training. So you'll start training a little bit harder if you get PRs, and differently based on whatever those tests are every month. So I did my test last week. First up was bike. On my bike, I got a PR, a huge PR. My last 20-minute average was 210. I ended up at like 222 for this one. That's your wattage. So that upped my FTP from 198, and FTP stands for functional threshold power, just how long it thinks you can hold, or what power it thinks you can hold for an hour. And now mine is 208. That's insane. I always like look at the pros and how they're holding like 300 wattage of power, and I'm like, that's crazy. And I really think like 200 is too, but I'm doing that now, so that's awesome. My bike training is gonna get harder. Even this last Saturday's workout, I was holding that 200 pace for 14 minutes with a little rest in between, and then did it again. So it's pretty cool to be growing and progressing with this training, because I have that big goal of getting the 11-hour Ironman. I also did my run on Wednesday, and I really was like, I don't know how I'm feeling. My stomach was kind of I got out a little later than I wanted, so it was starting to get a little hotter than I would have liked it to be, and I still killed that PR. My 5K previously was 28:08, and depending if you believe Garmin or Strava, who always takes away time from you some reason, but it's saying on Strava now that my PR is 27:20, so almost a 50-second PR, which is huge. That's moving my training up really, my zones up for running to a lot different and faster to get me to that pace. I really want that between that, I'm guessing somewhere in the 4:15 area. I'm hoping better, but 4:15 marathon during Ironman this year, that will get me to my goal. So speaking of, we'll circle back to that. Let's talk about the swim. So then swim, I went in on Friday. I was having a little bit lower back issues, just standing up straight. They were tight. So I didn't think a lot going into it. I got the exact same thing on it as last time. Swim is hard to progress in. If you get a second or two, it's awesome. So my 200 last time was, my 200 was 333. I got 334 this time. My 400 last time was 736. I got exactly 736 again. So that's where I am with swimming right now. That's where I'm going to work the most. When it comes to race day, I get a little help from the water. So if I'm averaging a 2-minute or less pace, that's my goal. I'm hoping 150 or less, but the water will help me and it will take me down to like a 120 pace. I really want to get out of the water in 45 minutes this year. Last year, it took me longer than the first year, the water didn't help as much, and my brain was using the water instead of pushing myself. So I know that going into it this year, I need to push myself. So overall recap of where my goals are right now, or where my numbers are right now, but I'm 5 months out. So as of 5 months out, what I could do is right around 1140 is what TriDot is saying. TriDot also uses this program called Race X, and they put all of your training into that Race X. You tell it what race you're going to do, and it predicts your time. So right now, optimized for current, what I'm doing right now, it is saying like a 12:02, but like I said, I do get help from the water. I know no matter what, my swim will be 25 to 30 minutes faster than what it's predicting based on the water speed. So right now it's saying I can do 11:30. It's saying that my bike will be around 6 hours. I'm hoping to get that down to that 5.5 hour area, and it's saying I can run a 4:19 marathon. So I'm already right around where I want to be for the marathon, and that makes my brain go a little crazy, because those little thoughts of, no, you can't, you're not, like, you haven't been able to have a good run after a bike yet, blah, 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 goes through your head. But I'm going to stop that. We're going to stop that together. We're going to hold each other accountable and not have those cants. So we're going to go after that. So coming up, I am signed up to do a half marathon in Tahoe. It'll be my 3rd year in a row doing that. I love this race. It's beautiful. The first 4 miles are downhill, which you think makes it easier, but the first year we did it, I was not prepared. I did not run downhills, and my quads were lit. I had 8-minute miles going downhill, and then after that it was all not downhill. So but Race X is predicting that I can do a 2:01, which really, that's right around my goal. My best half marathon is a 2:03, lifetime ever. So if I could hit a 2 hour, I would be super stoked. So that will be my goal for that coming up. Training is going really awesome, and I'm glad you're around for the ride. Again, if you're here listening, can you hit that subscribe? You won't see me again. It might not come back up again. Or if you keep seeing me over again, like I said, it's meant to be. So hit that subscribe. Here's my vlogging from Sunday. It is 2:30 Sunday afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. I have not chatted with you all day because we had kind of a lazy morning, because hubby and I stayed up late last night and we played video games together. I'm not a video gamer, but he is, and so when we first got together and we got a console and stuff, we found this game that we both can play. It's called Rocket League. It's little remote control cars that play soccer. But anyways, we haven't played in probably a couple of years now, just because of life, and we've been doing other things. And so it was fun to just stay up and have some time with him and do some Rocket League. And so we stayed up till past midnight. And so I tried to sleep in. The puppies woke me up at 6:30, got them outside, and then came back in and fell asleep for about another hour. Then we did some errands. We went to Lowe's. Our dryer has been doing something funny, making a loud noise. So we opened it up and we found some things that we could fix. So we're going to try to fix those, see if that helps the dryer. We got some salt for our water softener, and got breakfast at Jack in the Box, and that was a bad idea. Guys, you and I, it might be a new streak. It might be a new days without gluten streak, because man, my stomach was not happy. But I also wanted to wait a little bit to get outside and do this in the heat so that I'd have the adaptation for it. So here we get super warm. It's already gonna be in the 90s this week, and it's not even June yet. And it's just dry, and the sun is always just super hot here. It doesn't help that we're 4,200 feet in the air, so that kind of does it too. But so I'll get a lot of adaptation to heat here, which could be good for Ironman California, because in October, and it's a week earlier this year, and it could be warm during the run. So I want to make sure I'm used to that, because I don't want something like heat to take me out. So today, heading out for an hour. I got 55 minutes, but I'll go after that 5 miles just to even it out. My zones have changed a little bit, so I might get the 55 minutes, 5 miles in the 55 minutes. But my zone 2 is like that 11 to 11 and a half pace. So I'm gonna stick with that. And then I have 2 bursts of zone 3, which will be somewhere in the 10 to 10 and a half pace. So let's get after it. I'll check in throughout. It's warm out here. I'm glad even for an hour I brought me the water. So I'm thinking about, they're doing this race in Texas. BPN is putting it on. They're a supplements company, if you don't know who they are. But they are putting on a race called, it's like a backyard ultra, and it's all about the last man standing. They're calling theirs the Go One More Ultra. Essentially, every hour you have to run somewhere in the 4.2 miles. It's like close to 7 kilometers every hour. So it's the same loop over and over again. And whatever time you have left in the hour after you run it, you get to rest. But then on the top of the hour, you have to start your 4 more miles again. And it's all about the last person standing. They're like 28 hours in, and they have 5 people left out of like 130 that started. So it's kind of fun to watch. And I'm thinking about them because it's like, feels like 110 there, and it's only like, feels like 85 here. So yeah, I think I can get through my hour-long zone 2 run at 85 degrees when they're doing that crazy 24 hours worth of stuff. I'll check in with you throughout. I didn't realize the pushes were right after warm-up. Woo, they got me, but I was able to stick with them under that 10-minute mile pace. Marathon repeats. The idea is eventually I'll be able to do that pace for the full marathon. I hope so. Let's get 2 more miles in. That felt so freaking good. I thought about those people doing the One More Ultra. There's 3 people left now. As of the time I'm recording this, they'll probably be done by the time you see this, but you can go check out BPN socials because they'll post all about it. I know they will. I was thinking about them because it's like 86 degrees here. It's like 20 degrees hotter where they are. The last 3 people left have been running 30 hours. So I know I can go out for an hour-long run in the heat and push it to where I need to push it for today for my training. And yeah, in 55 minutes, I got 5.2 miles. I'm so freaking proud of that. My best mileage pace in a while. Obviously, I got that PR for the 5K, so all my zones get a little bit faster. So that means all my training gets a little bit faster. So we can try to get that 4 to 4.5 hour marathon after we get off that 112 mile bike. I'm like, what are the numbers? Now that I'm slowing down, moving, my brain's getting numb. I'm gonna go soak my legs in some cold water, and by soak I mean just spray them with the hose. That's like the only cloud in the sky. Look, it's working now. Come on now. That's the only time I got shade, is now when I'm walking home. I guess it's meant to be because, like I said, my brain was like, bleh. I'm gonna drink more water. I'll show you when I get to the hose. I'm gonna take the hose to my legs. Waiting for the water to run out cold because it's kind of hot at first because the sun sits on the hose. Ooh, it's cold now. And then some recovery. Oh, that's cold. Remember when I said I wasn't going to eat gluten anymore, or shouldn't? Yeah, guess what I did for dinner? I'll pay for that tomorrow. I did have dairy-free ice cream in the tub tonight and kept my reading streak alive. Day number 7 of reading. I read for about a half hour in the tub and really didn't get on my phone a whole lot. A little bit I scrolled, and then, yeah, I gave up on that. Face washing, still a regular habit now. Day 38 of washing my face in a row. This is your nightly reminder to not let your I want to's turn into I can'ts. I'm so super proud of whatever you got done this week and today. I love you, and I will check in with you very, very soon.